Welcome everyone, we are going to review all the anime that I have seen over the spring from worst to best part 1. So if you don't see your anime here, then wait till I upload another video so that you can hear my thoughts on it. So starting with the worst anime I've ever seen, Summer Pockets. I don't have a problem with summer holidays coming to spring. Like, you can enjoy all you want, you can go to the pool all you want, you can eat watermelon or golas all you want, and then get that summery vibe, and then start hanging out with ghosts, and then forget them until you get into another relationship with another ghost over the course of 3 episodes, because that's what Summer Pockets is all about, okay? If I had to give a single silver lining to this show, it's just that the character designs are okay, and it just does a good job in providing the perfect summer vibe, but otherwise the storyline is trash, the characters are trash, none of them gets any personality development. Like, this show would have been a lot better if it was just one story for 3 episodes, then a different couple for 3 episodes. Just don't make the same guy fall in love with different ghost girls and then forget about them as soon as they're gone. It makes the show worse. It is so stupid. Okay, I give this anime a 2 out of 10. Moving on. Next anime on this list is Please Put Them On Takamine-san. Okay, this is serious, all right? Now, the premise of this anime is really out there, and I don't have a problem with that, okay? Dandadan's premise is really out there and very different and very weird, and I love Dandadan. But Please Put Them On Takamine-san tries to do that, okay? And it fails miserably. So we have this girl Takamine who's like a perfectionist. She wants to be perfect at everything. She's the top student. She's so popular. She has everything going for her. Okay, but she has a secret that if she removes her undergarments, then time rewinds however she wants. Do you know what insane power that is? Like, even Dr. Stone or Strange would kind of wish for that power, and Infinity Stone would be theirs. But if you have seen Miss Takamine's watermelons, then you kind of remember that, okay, she rewinded the time and it is like deja vu. So naturally, my boy Shota discovers the secret here, and Takamine just makes him her closet. Do I even have to tell you how inhumane their relationship is throughout the series? Okay, it's not even healthy character development. I just hate how the other characters just normalize it, and it is so stupid. Okay, I give this anime a 2 out of 10. I hate this anime. Moving on. So the next anime on this list is The Children of Shiunji Family. The anime is much worse than my pronunciation, because imagine this ideal situation where this hot anime guy or girl is your sibling by blood, only for you to find out that on your 15th birthday that you are adopted and you two are not actually blood related, but you would still continue to treat them as your sibling, right? Right? And even if you develop the possibility of falling for them, in that situation, I would actually consider committing suicide. I would consider moving away. I would consider wiping off my memory too. Anything to stay away, anything to stop incest, because incest is that disgusting. And the Children of Shiunji Family anime exactly deals with this aspect when the children find out that they're not related by blood, but they are in love with their brother. And it is so uncomfortable to watch as each sister just makes a move on the brother. Even though they acknowledge the fact that incest is disgusting, they still don't change their actions. The anime keeps running in circles around that point. The story gets nowhere. It was a pain to get through it. I haven't felt this cringe, this uncomfortable in a very long time. Okay, the only silver lining I can give in this anime is that the siblings at least have the sibling chemistry between them. Like, they treat each other like family despite whatever has happened. And the character of Arata, the main character, at least he has some level of charisma, so I can tolerate that. He is a good big brother. And the father is just the worst. Like, who tells their kids on their 15th birthday that they are adopted? Like, man, Oh my god. I think my head will explode if I rant more on this anime. Okay. Like, please put them on Takamine-san was easier to get through than this. Okay. The siblings of Shionji family get 2.5 out of 10. Moving on. The next anime on this list is Can a Boy and Girl Relationship Survive? And as Monish Bal said in Maine Pyar Kiya, no it cannot. एक लड़का और लड़की कभी भी दोस्त नहीं बन सकते. So this story revolves around our main guy, Yu, who makes these kind of flower accessories. I'm kidding, he actually makes a lot better than that. They just look too beautiful in the anime. I wish I could just buy them off. But Yu and Himari have been best friends since 7th grade, and Himari started developing feelings for him. So she acts like a complete moron and a tsundere and giving mixed signals just to make sure that, okay, you, I have feelings for you, but I don't want you to know, but at the same time I want you to know. And it is irritating as hell, okay? And then introduce another character, Enomoto, who also enters the love triangle, but since you clearly stated that he doesn't have feelings for her, Enomoto is like, hey, I'm going to be the number one for my best friend Himawari and number one for you too. Now, I get that this is a valid concern for all ages, that if you're in love with your best friend, it is really confusing that whether you tell them or should you not tell them, because if you tell them, it might ruin your friendship and things will be different between you two. They will never be going back again, no matter how hard you try to pretend to be normal. Things will never be the same again. So it is a valid concern, but it has been done better in shows like Girl Meets World or even Tomo-chan is a Girl. Are you proud of yourself? Let me give you an example of how unhinged Himari's actions are. She expects you to catch up on her mixed signals, which are really mixed, by the way. Like, she says something very flirty like, you look good, I love you so much, and then she just follows it up with, just kidding, what? And she's super clingy to him all the time. So my boy is sure to get confused, okay? Hell, even I would get confused if somebody was giving me mixed signals like that. But when you doesn't catch on to it and when he gets annoyed by it, because naturally it happens over the course of 100 times in 4 episodes. So obviously when you just questions her about it, she just flips out and lashes out and lies to him about going to Tokyo and leaving him behind forever and ever. And thank God Himari's brother exists to call her out on this, but it still doesn't make it better because Himari continues to do the same thing. Oh my god, I just hate this anime. This anime was such a torture to get through. So in the finale, they finally get together, sort of, but Himari has to go away to Tokyo for real this time because of some stupid debt you had lost to some vendetta of their older siblings, which I don't even care about. So yeah, this anime gets a 3 out of 10, okay? Now, moving on. So now we are entering into the mid category, which means I kind of enjoyed these anime. And so the first anime to come onto this list is Gorilla Gods Go to Girl. Now, this anime is a cliche anime, okay? It has so many tropes that you've seen, which is done many times before. But this anime stands apart in one aspect. It is the twist in episode 6. Like, the love story aspect of this anime just finishes at episode 6. And I am like, what are you guys gonna do after that? Like, you've just gotten together as a couple halfway throughout the show. Are you guys going to explore your relationship or just concentrate on the main aspect of the story? But thankfully, the anime does the latter, so points for that. Now, Gorilla Gods Go to Girl gets a 7 out of 10. And one flaw I have with this anime is that every guy, Sophia Reeler, aka the protagonist of our show, aka the girl who gets blessed with the Gorilla God's blessings, which means she becomes ultra strong, ultra fast, and has super reflexes, falls for her, okay? The villain, her 2 best friends, and the main hero of the story. But thankfully, they don't dwell so deep into that aspect. They just imply it and then they just move on. So this anime is a breeze to get through if you have a train or bus journey. Binging this anime will entertain you. You will not get bored. So moving on. Brilliant Healers, New Life in Shadows. Okay, guys, listen to me very carefully. I have a bias on this anime because there is a character who has an Indian name in this anime. Do you know what it is? They call her General Krishna. And when they say it in Japanese accent as Krishna, it sounds ultra sexy. So, this anime is about our brilliant healer, Xenos, who just gets kicked out for loophole purposes because Xenos is kind of overpowered pretty easily. He just learns defense magic through self-teaching, and then he learns brilliant healing magic, and we don't know who's his teacher is, which is the main mystery the show revolves around. And every girl Xenos comes across just falls for him, okay, except for one. But that anime is very, very cliche according to this aspect, okay? And one of the girls is just 5 years old. We have a Becky and Lloyd kind of situation here, and I just hope they keep it like that. Because thank God Xenos just sees her as his little sister or as his daughter, okay? I just hope he doesn't become a pedophile and then pursue it, because Xenos is already a great doctor who has kind of like Tenma levels of ethics. He just says that, okay, I care about my patients. I don't distinguish between my patients, but I expect equal pay for the treatment I want, and I do not get too sentimental or emotional when it comes to treating people, okay? And this anime is a decently done anime, so I give it a 7.5 out of 10. If you have nothing better to do than simp for wolf girls, elves, or general blonde girls with blue eyes, then this anime is for you. Moving on. So the next anime on this list is A Catcher in the Ballpark. Now, Catcher in the Ballpark is a slice of life anime, which is a breeze to get through because it revolves around this energetic, vibrant girl called Ruriko who sells beer at the baseball stadium nearby. Now, I don't know about how baseball stadium works because here in the cricket stadium, I don't think we even pay attention to the popcorn vendors. Or hell, even in movie theaters, we just don't want them to come in between the movie, right? So kudos to these people actually paying attention, calling for beer, calling for fried chicken. Okay, so Ruriko has great chemistry with every character she interacts. She just motivates them, and then, they just see a new light in her, and they just accelerate their character arcs using her as a stepping stone, and it is very entertaining to watch. So all the characters in the Catcher in the Ballpark play a nice part in the world that this anime has set up in, like the audience, or even this random girl who just sells fried chicken at the food stall, and then this guy who works as a corporate but has a passion for baseball, has a great chemistry with Ruriko. Maybe they might even be lovers, who knows? And even the announcer, hell, even the mascot gets character development. Do you know how rare that is? So Catcher in the Ballpark gets a 7.5 out of 10. Please watch it if you like baseball, or if you've grown up with Doraemon and seen Nobita fail at baseball many, many times. Moving on. We come to Once Upon a Witch's Death. Now, this anime is kind of a cliche anime. Like, it's just brain rot if you don't have anything to watch at home, or if you want an anime that will keep the kids and the elderly equally entertained, minus the lesbian representation in this anime. But otherwise, I rate this anime a 7 out of 10. So this anime revolves around this witch, Meg Raspberry, who on her 17th birthday finds out that she has only 1 year to live. And she can only break this curse once she collects 1,000 tears of joy. Yeah, good luck trying that in India. Here the comedians are basically getting arrested. So you only find tears of sadness and betrayal and pain. Okay. Now, Meg is a lovable character, okay? And watching her help people to collect the tears of joy is really enjoyable. And the show ends on a note where she has to go back to her hometown where she got the curse. And I think it's a solid show. And it just keeps you in. So that's what you expect from a brain rot show. Moving on. Next anime in the series is Witch Watch. Now, Witch Watch is a comedy anime, and I laughed several times while watching this show. But if you have seen OG comedy like MASH or Gintama or Mob Psycho or Psyche, then you might find this anime a little less funny because several jokes are kind of repetitive. Nevertheless, it is an enjoyable watch because it even pays homages to your favorite animes too, through an otaku teacher who likes Hunter x Hunter, but she's a fan of Kurapika. So it's just kind of basic. And I've had fun with all these characters, so I give this anime a 8 out of 10. So Witch Watch is an anime which revolves, no pun intended, around this guy, Morihito, who is an ogre. And he doesn't look like an ogre, thankfully. He just looks hot. Thank you, thank God. Who finds out that his best friend, Nico, who is a witch, is plagued by a prophecy that revolves around dogs and raindrops leading to her doom. So he makes it his job to be her personal bodyguard on her mother's request. So yeah, I had a blast with this anime. Go watch it if you need a great laugh. And references to your favorite anime too. Moving on. So the next anime on this list is a ninja and an assassin living under one roof. I went into this anime with zero expectations, okay? But this anime just blew me away. It is literally what the title is, a ninja and an assassin living together on one roof. Now, this ninja, Sato, is not like your Naruto ninja because anything she touches turns to leaves. And this assassin is a high school student, Kotoha-san. Kotoha-san can kill you and be very silent about it, but she doesn't know how to dispose bodies. So she enlists the help of Sato to turn the bodies into leaves. Despite all that, this show has a major flaw. And it is an arc that spans over like 3 or 4 episodes. It's where Kotoha-san falls for a robot that is designed by her rival, which is mimicking the personality of Satoko, and she cannot figure that out. Unless Satoko turns the robot into leaves and says, I am the actual Satoko. Like, dude, how blind do you have to be? How oblivious do you have to be to actually figure that out? That is a sign of a toxic dynamic. You are just using people around you and you don't even tell us the reason why. I hate this arc. Okay, but thankfully this show kind of recovers after that. So, Ninja and Assassin living together gets an 8 out of 10. Moving on. Okay, I've already reviewed Apocalypse Hotel in my shorts. Go check it out if you want to. But Apocalypse Hotel gets an 8 out of 10 because this main character tries to speak Hindi in the first episode because she's a receptionist. And it is so terrible. Like, I can't blame the Japanese accent for it, but my ears were bleeding after that. However, Apocalypse Hotel manages to do something very different, very unique. It's about this hotel which is in Tokyo, and there are no humans left on Earth because the virus had made the planet uninhabitable only to human beings. COVID, I think not. But if you are still in shambles after Umbrella Academy Season 3 and Season 4 and the downgrade of the quality in general, then Apocalypse Hotel is just for you. It's a pick-me-up anime with slice of life and seriousness balanced together and very mature themes. So please watch this anime. Moving on. This anime is another slice of life. It's called Food for the Soul. And I had a blast watching this. It's literally cute girls doing cute things because our main character, if I have my Japanese right, which I have it wrong most of the time, is named Makoto Kawaii, which means true cutie. So, Food for the Soul revolves around these 5 girls who create a fake club called Food Research Club in the university where they have to just fit in with only 2 people out of the entire 5 members know how to cook. And the way they just spend time with each other and get to know each other better and create innovative dishes is the soul of this anime. Get it? What I did there? Anyway. So, Food for the Soul is an enjoyable watch, like the way you just explore these characters and the problems each character deals with. Like, there is this girl, Nana, who is more socially anxious than Makoto because she literally has to wear a mask or cover her face when she has to talk to a stranger. Like, there is this one episode where Nana had to wear a traffic cone to talk to a stranger who had asked her for directions. And if you challenge Nana to talk to a stranger, then she literally has a mental breakdown. Otherwise, Food for the Soul is an enjoyable watch. I rate it an 8.5 out of 10. If you like a slow burn anime and great character writing, then this anime is for you. Moving on. Now, we enter the best tier in these anime, okay? So, starting with My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Now, Vigilantes has a great intro and a great outro and great characters too. It's so good to see my boy Aizawa back in action in the very first episode. And the characters are great. I like Crawler, I like Popchan, I like the mentor Crawler has, and I like the homage which is paid to All Might. I like seeing him in action. I like seeing Ingenium in action too. And the friendship that develops between Ingenium and Crawler is so great. And the main villain, man, she is feisty. A high school student who can control bees and who is just injecting this toxin which makes the villain stronger. Like, we've got a compound we think from boys going on here, and it's so good. And there is a character that appears in the show. He's called Captain Celebrity. I thought he was going to be Homelander for a second, but nothing like that happens. It's just that he's cheating on his wife by being in Japan, which is taken care of by the love interest of the Crawler. So we're all good, right? Now, Vigilantes gets a 8.5 out of 10. I enjoyed binging it. It is truly a must watch. So if you're like me and you're still scarred by the Flash and the Arrowverse in general, and you like My Hero Academia, then this show is a great spin-off and it is totally for you. Moving on. The next anime on this list is To Be Hero X. Chinese animation has been killing it with Link Click and Heaven's Official Blessing, Supercube, and many more. But To Be Hero X just messes with the superhero genre. Here, the superhero points are based on how much trust the people have in you, which means if you're a superhero but nobody believes in your powers, you're as good as a civilian. So, To Be Hero X does something fresh and unique with its storyline by killing off its main character. Like, who smiles while they're committing suicide? Except for Dazai. But To Be Hero X was good until the first 6 episodes, and then the story just takes a drastic turn to this character called Cyan, whose peculiarity is just luck. But it's alright. I mean, I kind of enjoy it. So To Be Hero X gets an 8.5 out of 10. If you want something refreshing and you are exhausted with superhero fatigue, then To Be Hero X is for you. Moving on. The next show on this list is Mobile Suit Gundam, or Mobile Suit GQ double so many U and X. Regardless of the name, this anime is a great watch because it has a killer intro that is on my Spotify list, and it is Transformers but done much better. Like, if Transformers wasn't directed by Michael Bay, it would be this anime. Okay? And Mobile Suit Gundam is another GL because the main characters seem way too close to each other, and it is a chaotic anime with great animation. So please give it a watch. I rate it an 8.5 out of 10. The next show in this series is Aharen-san Wakaranai, or I Don't Understand Aharen-san Season 2. Now, this series is such a wholesome romance, okay? It is better than Kimi ni Todoke, maybe on par with Fruits Basket, because you see these two characters, Aharen and Raido, being weird and quirky together, okay? Just look at Aharen. She's like a plushie. She's so cute. I want to date her. Now, Aharen-san Wakaranai gets an 8.5 out of 10. I had a blast binging this anime, okay? Yeah, I may even ramp it up to 9. I'm sorry. It gets a 9 out of 10. So I had a blast binging this anime, and the characters are amazing. And you see Raido and Aharen having different forms of social anxiety. Like, Aharen is too scared to get close to people because she might get too clingy to you, which some people may find it off-putting. But Raido, on the other hand, just wants to make friends with Aharen no matter what. And the way you see these two falling for each other is just so wholesome. It just melts your heart. And there is this teacher who just gets a nosebleed anytime there is a romantic moment shared between Aharen and Raido, and that's also very compelling to watch. And there are implications in the show that she might be gay, but hey, that's just speculation. So if you want a wholesome romance with some funny and quirky moments, then Aharen-san Season 1 and Season 2 is just for you. Go watch this 9 out of 10 anime. Moving on. Next anime on this list, of course, is One Piece Egghead Arc Part 2. Now, Binging One Piece week to week is a pain, which is very, very new to me. Because all my life, I had been binging One Piece episode to episode, wasting days. Okay, I wouldn't call it wasting because, like, that was one of my best memories is binging One Piece, but waiting for it week to week is sort of torture. So that's why One Piece gets a 9 out of 10. Otherwise, this series is like really enjoyable because we are introduced to one of the best dads in anime, Kuma, and we get to explore more of Bonnie's past. So I think One Piece is for everybody to watch, okay? 4 out of 5 stars to One Piece, Luffy being in Gear 5 and going all the way back to the antagonist in season 1 and fighting the Marines is a very compelling way to start the show. So, moving on. The next show in this series is Apothecary Diaries. Now, Apothecary Diaries manages to get better and better with each passing episode. Okay, let's not forget the frog scene. Let's not forget Mama's character development. Let's not forget how good Jinshi looks in the warrior's outfit because, spoiler alert, this is the handsomest Jinshi has ever looked. And the revelations to the mystery is just mind blowing, okay? Apothecary Diaries is near perfection. The only flaw I have with Apothecary Diaries is that sometimes it's just a slow burn, but here is just a little bit concerning about Mao Mao's character development. Like, Jinshi was just about to reveal something major, but since we have plot armor, Mao Mao just doesn't do it, and it's just a suspense until the very end. So other than that, Apothecary Diaries gets a 9.5 out of 10. I really like this anime. I had a blast binging it week to week. And the best anime to come out this spring is Windbreakers Season 2. Now, if you've been following my channel, you have already seen this coming. But I'm going to explain to you why Windbreaker is therapy. You're heartbroken over Gojo? We've got Hajime Umemiya for you. They literally have the same character design and they are voiced by the same voice actor. If you're fed up with Tokyo Revengers and you think Izana's design is trash, then we've got an upgrade. Hayato Suo. You want more Gojo and Geto? You've got Umemiya and Tsubaki. And let me tell you, Tsubaki is way better than Geto. Okay? My guy here is an otokonoko, which means a male crossdresser, done right. Like, move over, Makoto Senpai. There is a new otokonoko in town and her name is Tsubaki-san. Tsubaki-san is hands down the best character in Windbreakers, okay, period. Okay, the Windbreaker characters are really lovable. Like, I like Sakura, I like Umemiya, I like Akihiko Nirei. You think Akihiko from Given was a terrible character because of SA? Then we've got Akihiko Nirei, who's a really lovable puppy. And you think the fights in Tokyo Revengers are like so lackluster and the fights in every anime are so lackluster? Windbreaker has got complex character writing where it makes you feel bad for a guy who can't even get a cookie. Like, it just balances humor and seriousness at the same time, and it works so well. Like, the character motivations are just so simple yet so compelling. I just wonder how Windbreaker just does that. It is that good. Please. Windbreakers gets a 9.5 out of 10. Now, there are some episodes which feel like filler until the climax, but this is just a nitpick because Tsubaki-san pole dancing at the Roppo Ichiza Club is the best thing you could ever lay eyes on. It is hands down the most beautiful scene in all of anime because you look at Tsubaki-san's moves and Tsubaki enjoying the pole dance and it is just Riverdale done right. Like what Riverdale wanted to do with Lily Reinhardt, Tsubaki did it. The action choreography in Windbreaker is as always great and you get to see Sakura actually develop as more as a character, and the Windbreaker Season 2 kind of adopts a more slice of life and action at the same time because the first half of the season after the Keel arc becomes more slice of life, like how these people just elect Sakura as their great captain in Furin and how Sakura just gets acquainted with our seniors. And then the Roppo Ichiza arc comes where it feels like filler, but that's just nitpicking because all the characters are great. Shizuka Narita's song is great. Tsubaki pole dancing is great. And Subaki overall was the star of this show. Okay, she stole the show for me, and she fought in heels. My guy, do you know any anime character who can actually fight in heels? Because even if they can, I don't think they can do it as good as Subaki can do it. Okay, and that's my lineup for the spring anime, which I've watched part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. Thank you for making it till here. Sayonara.